Number one, I always want to have people keep growing. Okay, I was blessed to have someone invest in me and take a chance on me. I'm a girl from Kennedale, Texas. I don't have a college diploma or a degree or anything like that. I have some college, and it was pre-rec for nursing. So someone took a chance on me and developed the skills that and my strengths to help me grow in my career, and I want to see that for other people. I never want people to be limited by their current life situation, their background, or anything. I want people to grow. So when I get a new team, I really like to focus on what that person's individual goals are for themselves, their life, and then their career goals, and then I like to help implement, like, hey, don't step on this landmine, let's do this. Don't do this, let's do this. Or, hey, that's a really good idea, let's run with this. You know, I want to encourage people's creativity so that they're going to be the next generation. They're going to come in and be the next portfolio manager and bring something new to the table for either Rockwood or Madera. And I'm excited for that. So the more I can get someone to grow in their personal life with their career, it seems like they care more about their job, they're more invested in the company, and they want to do well and support our owners and what we have, you know, our goals for the property.
On the leadership aspect, to keep growing, right? You got to keep learning about leadership to keep improving it. But that I have to pivot as a leader. That's been my favorite thing to really focus on is each associate that works with me, maybe they're the same position, but I'm gonna treat them differently because they're their own unique personality. And so they don't need to adjust to me. I need to adjust to them. And it took me a lot of years to understand that. And my connections have been made a lot quicker now that I know it's my job to adjust, not the new person.
I think the key word is what you said, empowering your team. So they have to know that you trust their decision. They have to know, and you have to delegate. Delegate. I am the queen of delegating, honestly. I do that, but I'm right there with them. But they know I can do this. If I make a decision that may or may not be right, it's going to be okay because we're going to learn from that.
Right.
If they cannot, especially us, we have to have the strongest team where we're managing because we leave. And if they don't have that security, if they don't know that we trust them along with our VP, along with the company, then it's going to fail. So the key thing is the trust factor and knowing that they can run this asset very well and very smooth, whether we're here or not. I mean, we're here to help and guide them. They're running the show, actually.
So I love that you want to empower them. I love that you want to give them confidence. How do you equip them so that they have the skill set to pull the job off? And I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
I would say trusting them and knowing that they're going to do what their abilities are and not micromanaging them. You know, sometimes when you micromanage them and you're always on top of them and what is this and what's going on with that, they lose that confidence in their assurance of, can I do this? So giving them the full ability to take care of the task and know that, you know, they can be comfortable with it, and then always having their back to show them, like, you know what, I'll stand up for you. I'll be there for you for whatever it is that we're going through. You know, sometimes residents aren't happy, or, you know, they say that, you know, they were ugly to them or whatever the case may be. You don't know what the full story is sometimes, but knowing that, okay, I know their character, I know who they are, so therefore I have your back, and I know, okay, I know she wouldn't say something like that, or he wouldn't say something like that, so let's figure out another way to solve it. So just giving them that empowerment is a big thing.
Equipping them with the training. It's with training. It's showing them. We don't know all of it, and I do not hesitate to pick the phone up and say, hey, so-and-so, you know, let's go over this together. If they don't have the answer and I can't help them, we reach out. They know the people to reach out to with the questions to equip them and make them the best that they can be. Just because what you said earlier, we're growing. We're evolving rather quickly, and everybody wants growth with Madera. And so if we're not providing that to them, then we failed in our job.
you're tapping into something that as a leader, you have to find out what motivates your team. And what may motivate one person doesn't motivate another person. So, you know, and anybody jump in here, but particularly I'd love to hear it for you two. What does it look like to begin to investigate what motivates certain people? Like,
Well,
how do you
yeah, so that's an easy one for me because everybody also knows as competitive as I am, I'm equally as blunt. And so when folks start with me, that I have a piece of paper that I hand them, and the top, it's a questionnaire, and the top one says, what motivates you? A, recognition. B, cash. C, food, you know, promotions, whatever it is. I ask. Like, I want to know, because we're going to save a lot of time, and we're going to work together so much better, so much faster by me knowing. So my answer's probably not good for you, Josh, because I just ask them.
Yeah, well, no,
But
that's
that's not too far. Is you've got to ask those questions. You can't assume as a leader that everyone is motivated by the same thing,
not.
because they're not. So you also have to see what makes them tick, what makes them light up, what makes them feel like, okay, I can do this. Sometimes it's a project, sometimes it's that money, sometimes it's just a praise, right? So it's different things, and I think it just really depends. And I think bottom line is ask the question.
And you got to know them. Yeah, I remember a couple years ago, I had a pretty shy manager, which is pretty rare to have a very reserved, shy property manager, community manager. And I remember giving her like a big shout out. I don't remember what the competition was, but I did, and I put her name, you know, company wide. We're so proud of her. And the next time I saw her, I mean, she was almost in tears, and she's like, please don't put my name out like that. You know, like I'm not the type that wants that, and I don't want that, you know, and it's that aha moment. Like, I think that's probably when I implemented my questionnaire. I'm like, I should know these things.
Yeah, it almost goes back to that. You know, we've all heard about the 5 love languages, right?
Yes.
They have a whole series of the 5 love languages in your workplace, and it really defines what does the person drive to. You know, is it gifts? Is it tangible? You know, and all that. So I love that.